Alrighty, everybody. Hello, hello, and welcome. How is everyone today? What is up? And welcome to my first of two gameplay streams of the day. DSP here, live on Twitch. And it's a Saucy Monday. For those of you who maybe have no idea what that is, I don't blame you, because this only happens about every 2 to 3 months. Today I am making a pot of homemade Italian sauce. I have a recipe that my mother taught me, and I have perfected it over the years to add different ingredients and tweak it to perfection. And this morning I set it up. Kat and I were in the kitchen. We were doing many things. I was chopping vegetables and chopping pork fat, simmering garlic, cooking some sausage. Kat was grinding tomatoes with a hand grinder called a food mill. And now we have the sauce simmering. And this sauce has to simmer for about 5 hours, okay? We started around 11, which is perfect timing because it means that it will end right around 4 p.m. when I finish my stream. So this is a perfectly timed thing today. Basically what's going to happen is right now I'm going to do pre-stream, and it's going to last, roughly 20-30 minutes like usual. Then I'm going to head downstairs and season and stir the sauce with Kat. And then we're going to do an hour gameplay segments, like I always do. I always do about an hour gameplay segments. So, 12 to 1, then I'll take a break at 1, 1 to 2, take a quick break at 2. And every hour I'll take like a 5-minute break to just go season and stir the sauce, okay? So the good news is, we're still going to get in our normal 4 hours or so of gameplay, even though the stream started a little bit later today. We're still going to get in the same amount of gameplay. I am not going to be taking any significant break, like no 20-30 minute break like I usually do, because we started late today, okay? So there you go. Pretty exciting, huh? Alright, so what are we doing today? Let's talk. We're doing Rage 2. We're continuing on with this game that I've been playing over the past week, and I've really enjoyed the action-packed, adrenaline-fueled first-person shooter gameplay of the game. At this point, people are saying that I'm probably 1 to 2 sessions away from beating the game. That, in all honesty, it really depends on how much more side content I do. So we'll see. We'll see today how things go and what I decide to do, depending on, just how much I get immersed in the game. I found myself getting distracted by doing side content, and I just got the rocket launcher. At the very tail end of the last Rage 2 stream, I got the rocket launcher. I was like, this is a great weapon, but now I haven't used it yet really for anything. So I'm curious if this is going to help me to take down those turrets and stuff that have been a pain in my ass over the course of the campaign so far, okay? So, this should be pretty exciting. A fun 4 hours of Rage 2 development today. How far will we be by the end of today's stream? I have no idea. Let's find out. All right. Later tonight, on my late stream, it's the return of Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. I haven't played this now in about a week because I was sick this past week, which really didn't allow me to do things like voice acting and narration. Today, I am still a little bit congested, but nowhere near as bad as it's been. I'm feeling a lot better, so I think I can handle it tonight, okay? So that's going to be around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time later tonight. A couple hours of Phoenix Wright. Tomorrow, it's a new release. It is Team Sonic Racing. I'm excited. I have not played a kart-style racing game in a long-ass time. Arcade-style driving. We'll see what it's all about tomorrow, okay? That's going to be my early gameplay stream. And by the way, that one will be back to the regularly scheduled time, 10:15 a.m. Pacific time. Tomorrow night, I'll be doing a session of Minecraft. And I want to thank Mr. Papavera, who says he has updated the Minecraft stuff, that the ongoing, tutorials that he's been making for me. I'm going to be reading those probably tomorrow before I get to stream. And we're going to basically try to set up a village with the new style villagers. Right now, I'm currently building defenses around said village. I'm going to try to get this set up so that I can trade with these guys on a regular basis so that they'll begin to, be protected and all of that. So that's going to be tomorrow's focus, all right? Then on Wednesday, it's going to be more Team Sonic Racing, followed by Black Ops 4 Blackout, my weekly Battle Royal stream. Thursday's my day off this week, okay? Now, Friday. I have many options for Friday, okay? Many options. The first is, I can finish up Rage 2, which, from what everyone's saying, probably one more session, I'll beat Rage 2. Or, I could finish up Days Gone, Because from what everyone's saying, I'm probably about 3 hours away from the end of Days Gone. Quite frankly, either game I'd like to play and wrap up. So maybe I'll think about it during my day off on Thursday, what I want to finish up on Friday. Okay? And then Friday night, I'll probably swing back, through my rotation of chill gaming stuff. And I'll think about it. Gee, do I want to do MLB again? Or maybe I want to actually do whatever I don't do. So let's say, for example, I finish Days Gone on my earlier stream. Maybe my late stream will be Rage 2. And see if I can actually finish that up. You see what I mean? So maybe Friday will be the day when I finish everything. Okay? I don't know. We'll see. And then this weekend, I will continue on with my coverage of Team Sonic Racing. If there is enough to do. See, it's a racing game, so I don't know, 8 hours. Is that enough to cover everything in the game? Or will there be, significant amount of content? I have no idea. And we won't know until the game's out tomorrow, okay? And so, what you guys can expect is ongoing coverage of Team Sonic Racing. And yes, Mortal Kombat 11 will make it back into the main rotation. What I'm going to do is start playing with new characters I have not touched yet. Taking them into tutorial mode, trying them out online, doing their arcade ladders, etc., like I was doing for a while there for a couple of weeks until we got caught up in new releases, and basically I stopped focusing on Mortal Kombat, okay? So that's going to make it back into the rotation. Now, the other thing is, if this week goes well, if I, do well via contributions on streams this week, and if I can afford it, next week I'm thinking of trying out A Plague Tale, alright? This is an indie game that a lot of people seem to have really enjoyed. It's only about 10 hours long. It's $40, but a lot of people have been reviewing it real highly, saying it's quite a good game, and if you miss it, you're kind of missing out on a hidden gem this year, okay? So, we'll see how things go this week, and as long as everything, wraps up, I wrap up Rage 2 and Days Gone as planned, and, Team Sonic Racing is going well. As long as everything goes good this week, more than likely, by the end of this week, I'll be looking into Plague Tale Innocence, okay? So there you go. That's the rough schedule for the week. I hope you guys like that. Good variety of stuff. I mean, you got first-person shooters, you got zombie survival, you've got racing, you've got chill gameplay, you've got all kinds of stuff coming up this week. So it should be a good one, okay? All right, fair enough. Very nice. Okay, also, big announcement, big positive announcement, everyone. Last night, we hit the subscriber goal. That's right, we hit the subs goal for the month of May. That's excellent. That's really cool. Thank you to anyone who did subscribe. Thanks to everyone who gifted subs. Thanks to everyone who just is here every day hanging out with me. I appreciate it. But it was really cool that we hit the subscriber goal because that means that coming up, we're going to be doing a new retrospective event. Yes. What does that mean? Sorry, I had to get up because I spilled a little bit of water here on my desk. What does that mean? Well, it means that in probably the first week of June, I'm not going to 100% set a date yet, but the first week of June, all right, we're going to be doing a marathon-style session of streaming where all day long, we'll be taking a trip down memory lane. I've been a content creator for almost 11 years now, and during that time period, I've done a tremendous amount of stuff, including gameplay videos, game reviews, vlogging, travel vlogs, series like DSP Tries It and Cooking with the King, all this kind of stuff. And it's going to be a lot of fun to go back and reminisce and watch these old videos and have me commentate over them and have behind-the-scenes commentary. I've done this 3 other times in the past, and people absolutely loved it. So I definitely am looking forward to this again. Last time around, someone had a really good suggestion of what I should be doing for this next event, but I can't remember what the hell it is. So what I'm actually going to do is during the course of this week, I'm going to set up a forum thread on my website, and I'm going to post it up on Twitter, and I need you guys to go over there and start posting up the things you want to see me watch back during this upcoming retrospective event. Okay? Sounds good? All right. That's going to be exciting. So that's coming up first week of June, more than likely. Okay? All right, guys. So, that's really, I'm trying to think, that's really it for, housekeeping style stuff, news. The only other thing that we'll talk about very briefly is, man, last night was a hell of a night for those who were interested either in Game of Thrones or WWE or both. We had 2 huge events. It was the conclusion of Game of Thrones, After, 10 years of the series running eight seasons, the show finally ended. Some people were happy. Some people were incredibly upset and want the show to end a different way. They hate it. They hated the ending. It was terrible. It was awful. How could they? Then WWE had a Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And I'll be honest, I did not watch the whole thing because I didn't have enough time. I was fast-forwarding through a lot of it, but it was basically one of the better pay-per-views of the last few years. Like, lots of great wrestling, okay? Really interesting outcomes in a lot of these matches, all right? I thought it was pretty good, and some of the title matches were excellent. Like, everything I thought was well done until the ending. And this is what they always do is they blow it. They blow it because you still got these relics in charge of the company, one named Vince McMahon, okay? And sadly, Vince ruined the end of the pay-per-view. For those who have not seen it yet, I'm not going to ruin it. I'm not going to spoil here. But basically, the very end of the pay-per-view made absolutely no sense, basically defied the rules of everything, pissed everyone off, probably including all the talent backstage, all the talent who worked the night, and the viewers. No one liked this ending. This ending was the stupidest thing possible, and it was 100% Vince McMahon's screw job, and it was not entertaining at all. Overall, though, the show was good. Overall, I thought the show was good. But outside of that, I was pretty disappointed that they had done that at the end, okay? But anyway, so overall, everyone went nuts yesterday. People didn't like the end of Game of Thrones. They didn't like the end of Money in the Bank. What can you do? All right, so now, ladies and gentlemen, let us now get to the plugs segment, where I shamelessly tell you about how I've been a content creator for 11 years. I absolutely love what I do on a daily basis. I love the interactions of the streams, and I want to keep doing it. However, this is solely reliant on your contributions during streams. This is a crowdfunded effort. I used to be a full-time YouTuber all the way through 2017 until the whole bottom fell out of YouTube's ad revenue structure, and there was no way for a content creator like myself to support himself on YouTube anymore. So I became a full-time streamer. The rest is history. Now my streams are fun and interactive, and I love them, but the only way I can keep them going is with your contributions on a daily basis. So I want to say thank you to anyone who does come by and hang out and watch my streams. And if you would like to contribute during today's streams, there are many ways that you can do so, all right? The first is you can check out Patreon. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil is my Patreon page. Your monthly pledges earn you personal perks. One of the cool perks is getting your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King, which is coming up next week. It's actually going to be either the last Thursday or Friday of the month, either the 30th or 31st there. We're not sure yet because I don't know when my next day off is going to be, okay? But, I give you perks in conjunction with how much you pledge to my Patreon as a way to give back and say thank you. So give it a look. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil. Thanks to anyone who pledges, all right? I have a Teespring shop where I sell all kinds of merchandise, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, stickers. It's great quality stuff. It's stuff that people really seem to like. It's, I can attest to the quality. I own a bunch of it myself. And you get a cool collectible. It helps me out. Please give it a look. And thanks to anyone who buys anything in particular. In the last week, 3 different people bought something from my Teespring shop. So thank you very much for that. Okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, today's live stream is going to be exciting. As you know, Rage 2 and then later Phoenix Wright. If you contribute during today's live stream, I'm going to give you a shout-out, a live shout-out, okay? So you can either cheer with bits, you can subscribe to the channel, or you can tip me. And if you do any of those 3 things, you will get a cool live shout-out in conjunction with your contribution. That being said, please understand that this is a stream that I control, and what I say on it is subjective. I have to adhere to Twitch's terms of service, as well as keep the stream vibe going in a positive fashion. I want it to be a chill, fun place where everyone can relax and enjoy themselves, which means no insults, no bringing up negative memes and drama from outside of the stream. I'm not going to allow people to derail the stream with things like politics or religion, etc. You don't come here for that stuff. You come here for fun, chill gameplay and honest interactions with me, and that's what you're going to get. Okay, so thank you to anyone who does, contribute during today's stream. As you can see at the top of the screen, we have a stream stats leaderboard that I will update periodically. All right, and if you are the top cheerer or top tipper of the day, you will get up there on that leaderboard for extra recognition, which is really sweet, right? Also, I do keep a running tally of subs as well. We've already hit the sub goal for the month, so not a huge deal, but I will do that as well. A few updates. As you guys can see, if you're here live on the stream today, above the stream chat, we have the cheering leaderboard that's built, integrated into Twitch. That has reset. It always resets overnight on Sunday, so it's Monday today, which means we're back at ground zero. So a great opportunity. If you cheer today, you'll probably end up on that leaderboard, all right? And a great way to get extra recognition there as well, all right? Very nice. Now, I appreciate all contributions. Everything helps. However, if you want to help me out the absolute most today, like how would I help Phil the most? You just mentioned a million ways to contribute. The best way you could contribute is by tipping me. Right now, behind the scenes, there's some financial stuff going on that's really tight and bad for me. And in the next, month to 2 months, I'm going to have a lot of problems affording my bills, which sucks. And I really don't want to bring up this stuff because it's personal stuff from behind the scenes you guys really don't need to be involved in. But if you tip me, those are funds I can use right away. And all the tips you guys have given me over the last week or two, I've immediately funneled right into my bank account to pay bills. Now, tonight, I need to buy a new game. I need to buy Team Sonic Racing. So any tips that I raise today is probably going to go towards buying Team Sonic Racing. Okay? So please consider tipping me today if you want to help the most. There's 2 ways you can do so. Below the stream, there's a tips jar button you can click on. If you don't see that button, you can type !tip into the stream chat. All right? Fair enough. So, a few things about tipping me, since there are some misconceptions and people have common questions. The first is, if you're going to tip me, you can be anonymous. You don't have to give your name in a message. Some people are afraid that if they contribute with their real name, they'll get harassed by trolls and the like. When you tip me, you could do it completely anonymously, make up a name or just type anonymous, and no one will know it's you. Number 2, really big misconception about tipping. You don't need a PayPal account to do it. You can use a debit or credit card to tip. You do not need to use a PayPal account. So, there you go. Thank you to anyone considering doing it. Thank you in advance. It helps me out the most. All right? Fair enough? All right. Now, let's go ahead and let's give some shout-outs to those who contributed overnight and also during today's live stream and get these leaderboards updated. All right? So the first thing we start off with is Golden Colts, who did a bunch of overnight cheers that actually amounted to 300 bits. So thank you, Golden Colts, for the overnight support. I always say this. I'm very appreciative not only of those who support me during the streams, but there are people who keep me in mind outside of when I'm broadcasting. That's pretty damned awesome. So thank you very much to Golden Colts for that overnight support. Okay. Egg Gangster did a 50-bit cheer, and he says, who do you think did 9/11? You have to admit Tower 7 free-falling is suspicious. Egg Gangster, I am not one for conspiracy theories. I never really studied up on any of the lore of the 9/11 disaster and terrorist attacks. I've heard a million theories over the years. It's almost 20 years now since it happened. And I don't know what to believe. And quite frankly, at this point, I think most people, even though we'll never forget, we've kind of moved on. And we're not going to just sit here and dwell on it, on conspiracies. But thank you for the cheer. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. Tantamounter did 100-bit cheer. That actually makes Tantamounter the top tipper of the day. Excuse me. The top cheerer of the day. That was completely incorrect what I said. So let's get Tantamounter up there on the leaderboard for being the top cheerer today. Okay? Fair enough? Alrighty. Alright, guys. So, in line with what I'm saying, we only have 3 cheerers so far. In regards to this week. Third place is Egg Gangster, second place Tantamounter, and first place with those overnight cheers is Golden Colts. If you guys cheer today, you're going to go right up on that leaderboard. And good opportunity for you to get extra recognition, right? Okay. Oh, Mr. Papavera just tipped me $5 and said, gotta go fast. Thank you very much, Mr. Papavera, for the $5 tip. You're the first tipper of the day. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. And like I said, yeah, all those tips today are going to go towards my being able to buy Team Sonic Racing overnight so I can actually play it tomorrow. Because I haven't bought it yet. Like I said, all the tips have been going towards bills and stuff. So thank you guys very much for all of that support. And, all right. So here's the deal. We're going to get started in a moment. Right now, it looks like I've given shout-outs for all of the contributions. We're going to get started in just a moment. A reminder, because some of you maybe weren't here at the beginning of pre-stream, today is a saucy day. What that means is I'm making a pot of Italian sauce downstairs. It's slow simmering. Every hour, I'll be taking a break to head downstairs, season, and stir the sauce. It'll take about 5 minutes each time, roughly. So every hour, roughly, so, in just a minute here, I'm going to head downstairs, and then probably around 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., every hour on the hour, I'll split the recordings for YouTube, take a short break to head downstairs and do that. And then the stream's going to end around 4 p.m., so we're still going to get about 4 hours of gameplay in here on the stream, as usual. It won't be outside of the norm, okay? But it should be, it'll be a good, normal 4-hour stream. We shouldn't interrupt too much. And I'm not taking a long break at all during the stream. Only those 4 quick breaks will happen, okay? So no worries. Oh, Phil's taking a longer break. Now he's going to play less. No, still doing about 4 hours of gameplay today, okay? Am I going to eat penne pasta later today? No, I am not. The way it works is that on the day that I make the sauce, I usually do some kind of Italian-style grinders. So if I made homemade meatballs, it would be meatball grinders. However, today we're actually cooking some spicy Italian chicken sausage. So it's going to be spicy chicken sausage, along with with some of the fresh sauce and melted mozzarella on a nice crusty grinder roll. That's going to be our dinner today. But let me tell you, it's amazing when it's fresh right out of the pot. Oh, man. It's so freaking good when you get it fresh. Oh, man. It hits the spot. Big time. All right. So. Pretty awesome, right? Scrupula just took me $40 at Team Sonic Racing. Yeah, thank you, Scrupula. That is a very large tip. I appreciate that. You also were very supportive yesterday. One of the main reasons why we hit the sub goal, so thank you for that. And yes, that's going towards Team Sonic Racing right there. And then Hank Duma tipped me $15 and said, hopefully another great Rage 2 stream. Loving the game so far. Thank you, Hank, for the $15 tip. That actually gets us up to $60 in tips, which pretty much almost covers the entirety of the cost of Team Sonic Racing outside of the fact that there's tax. So thank you guys already. Very supportive. We haven't even started, and we got, enough here to buy Team Sonic Racing. That's very nice. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate that. Very nice. All right, guys. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to end the pre-stream. Like I said, I'm going to run downstairs. I'm going to season and stir the sauce. And then I'm going to come back, play for an hour. And like I said, every hour on the hour, do some seasoning and stirring, and we'll go from there. Fair enough? All righty then. All right, guys, thank you very much, and I will see you in a few. Thanks for all your support. I'll be right back. All right, cool.